Let's talk about some of the queries which our viewers are reaching out to with so that we can solve them for you with our experts. And Sanjiv Bhasin, of course, is joining us for exactly that. The first query, Sanjiv, is coming on Aditya Vision. A viewer of ours have bought about 1,500 shares of Aditya Vision at 3,000 rupees and is currently holding all of them. He wants to know whether should he add on to them or hold on to them. What kind of prospects does the stock look? What would you say to Srivastava, Sanjiv?
Well, he has bought a very good stock which has done extremely well, and I would say hold on, but keep a trading stop loss because large part of the rally may have already taken place. But definitely kudos to him for investing in a stock which has done extremely well. So book partial profit and try and get into some of the banks, but hold the rest of it and look for targets closer to 4,000.
Part profit booking, and you can let your some of the quantity run to 4,000, but the stock has more than doubled in the last 1 year, so that perhaps would be the prudent approach. The second query is coming on BPCL. Yes, oil marketing companies. BPCL, our viewer actually bought it at 357 rupees a share. Wants to know whether should he hold or buy more or sell exactly. And this is Sindhu, by the way, and is reaching out to us from Kerala. And there's a flip side of the question. Who also wants to know whether DLF is good entry at this price. He wants to flip out of BPCL, it appears. So two separate questions embedded in one.
So Ajay, firstly, congratulations to the viewer. He has invested in BPCL and he has made 100 rupees straight off. Last month actually belonged to the oil marketing companies who thought that 40 to 67% a rally will come in a month or month and a half. I still think they have miles to go, given that Russian distillates were sold at 15% cheaper, and in their crude refining they can do both the heavy and the light refining, which means their additional GRMs have been very strong. But yes, you are right. If you want to take some money off the table, it's very right, because I think crude can head higher. And DLF, even though it's hitting new highs, is poised to do very well because they've exceeded their sales target, and their debt reduction in the last 2 years has been very solid for return on equity improvement. So I would definitely think, but do a sip in DLF, because right now we think the market may be over optimistic. You should look for some profit booking and then get into it. However, since you are a long-term investor, put small amounts now and look for corrections to buy more into DLF.
Okay, fair point. So market appears on the higher side, so don't buy all the quantity in one go. Spread out your purchases over the next few months. That's the word on DLF from Sanjeev. Another query is on Union Bank. Our viewer has been holding 1,000 shares of Union Bank, bearing a loss of almost 17%. Wants to know whether these losses should be booked or held on to. Please advise. City Union Bank is the one we are talking about.
Okay, City Union Bank. So I don't know his entry point I'm getting, but City Union Bank has responded very strongly from that 121 on the back that couple of quarters they came out with weak guidance, and there was a additional provisioning. But this quarter the numbers were stellar, and they've the stock has rallied 120 to 160. Now at this point, I would say if you are not making money, then it is prudent to book out and get into a larger bank, an Axis, HDFC, or an ICICI, where I think the safety is more. There is a shift going on from some of the mid-cap stocks into large caps. But if you want to hold on, I think Union Bank has a much more secure picture going ahead. However, you have to recall that large part of the rally from 120 to 160 has happened in the last just 2 months. So prudent to book partial loss and get into a big name that will give you more safety and transparency.
And transparency at these levels. All right, Sanjeev, thank you very much for your time today, taking the queries of our viewers. Hope you benefited from that advice.